Hey, shalom, shalom. I'm just giving the information out first. Y'all can pause it, look at it, look at the definitions yourself, and even some of y'all can put this together. Because I haven't totally put it together. I'm going to give you the meanings. And I want to see if y'all see some similarities in scripture and similarities when I read this stuff. Because there's a lot of people who say it ain't no evidence of Yah and Yahshua, Jesus Christ, whatever you want to call him. They say it ain't no belief. They all say we don't have to follow nothing. We can just live and learn and live in your, and, you know, be about self. How you going to be about self? But what image was you made in, bro? You hear me? And you about self. But when y'all have problems and sicknesses, who y'all call on? You can't be about self, bro. You have no power in you. And that's the first time you gonna experience some strength when you admit that you ain't got no power. Only person that got power was these two as one. Matter of fact, they got a third one for you too. That third one does a lot of healing. Not 3 days from now, 4 days from now. That Ruach heals the self same day. And Kemetic people and all these other religions, you all are the Father, the Mother, and the Son. We are the Father, the Son, and the Ruach HaKodesh. That woman, whoever that is, y'all always talking about, prove it. And y'all sure got witnesses all across the four corners of the earth. Because y'all took them and scattered them. Y'all thought them seeds weren't going to grow or something? The source of all power. Yah. Now look, before we get into this, I'm going to be real quick. So somebody who said, we can just live. We don't have to do this. Let me ask you something. Take man and woman. All right, set them to the side. Talk to them about them in a little bit. Animals and insects. Then nature and trees and water, rubies, etc., fire, metal. You know, all the nature. That's 1 cup. There's 2 cups and 3. Numbers count. And it's a reason. This is funny. Why is it only these 3 things that I bring up? Because besides these 3 things, name anything, and I'll wait for you for the rest of your life to name something that is made without instructions. I ain't gonna wait long because I gotta do this video so I can get it up out of here. It's kind of cold out here. Ain't nothing made without instructions. Not one thing. It's even instructions on how they made that plastic, bro. This paper. The paper come from wood, but they had instructions on how they did it. You get what I'm saying? But besides those 3, name something that's made without instructions. You can't name nothing. But I want to ask you, who are those instructions for? Nature, you know darn well don't need instructions. That is Yah. Animals, they go off instinct. You the one, you two. Y'all the ones that need instruction. You know where I learned that from? Just so people can be like, I don't watch cartoons no more. Well, if you got kids, you need to look at them. Sometimes, see what they watching. Because Strawberry Shortcake was like, there's instructions and everything. Ever since then, it's been on. And even this. From cartoons. Yeah. Learned it from cartoons and something else. And my trade that I have. But anyway, the source of all power is Almighty. Yah, God, Yahshua, Jesus Christ is divine. Now, what is this right here? Now, they say, Yah. Is not Yah the power plant? Was he not directly dealing with Israel? Where? In the Old Testament. He was directly communicating with them. Man, what a coincidence. Maybe I'm just tripping. I think I might be tripping, huh? Let's see. Direct current is the one directional or unidirectional flow. Ooh, it said the one directional or unidirectional flow of elect. Remember that. You're going to keep hearing the electric charge, like the elect. I ain't going to wait. I'm going to give it to you as I go. It ain't a coincidence these names, elect, and all that is here. Direct current may flow through a conductor such as a wire, but can also flow through a semiconductor or insulators, or even through a vacuum, as in electrons like off transformers or iron beams. These people, man, y'all, man, use your mind. Guarantee you gonna, when I get through with this, you gonna be like, oh yeah. An electrochemical cell is a prime example of DC power. That cell, huh? It's a straight way. Make your path straight. Direct current. You mess up with y'all, you ain't got no sacrifices or nothing, you was gone. Power plant. What is a power plant? An installation where electrical power is generated for distribution. So this power plant, it distributes electrical power to somewhere. It's an engine or other apparatus which provides power for a building, etc. Generates electricity. I just did that way. But anyway, generates electricity, and it moves through a complex system, sometimes called the grid. Now, what is the grid? Before I don't want to leave. What is the grid? The grid is a framework. Of space bars that are parallel to or cross each other, a grating. A network of lines that cross each other to form a series of squares or rectangles. This ain't the meaning, it was just up under it. A grid of tree-lined streets. Now, off-grid means to be completely disconnected from the national, from the regular city or whatever. Kind of sound like, what I'm trying to get at is like these people trying to separate us from YAH somehow. Something which is, this is what a grid is. It's another one. It says something which is in a pattern of straight lines that cross each other, forming squares to help to find a particular thing or place. All right, we're finna find out what this apparatus is. We're gonna continue with this apparatus. What is an apparatus? The technical equipment or machinery needed for a particular activity or purpose, a complex structure within an organization or system. Just keep seeing this system stuff. I told you. It's a system. Synonym of apparatus. Equipment, gear, rig, tackle, gadgetry. Paraphernalia. This is what apparatus is. The synonym of it. Equipment, gear, rig, tackle, gadgetry. Paraphernalia, an appliance. Instrument, tool, utensils, a machine, a mechanism, a device, a contraption, hardware, man, plant, machinery, things, stuff, and I don't know, gubbins. I ain't trying to be perfect. Now peep this. What a coincidence, bro. I don't know if y'all gonna see it, but what a coincidence. Apparatus in biology. Things provided as means to some end. Hence, a full collection or set of implements or utensils for a given duty. Experimental or operative. Any complex instrument or appliance, mechanical or chemical, for a specific action or operation. Machinery, mechanism. 3. I'm into things that ain't no coincidence. Some things is a coincidence and some ain't. But look. Don't listen to me. This is me talking to you. And I wrote it like this for a reason. Don't listen to me. It's in the words, it's in their words. Go Google this. How do you use apparatus in a sentence? A geyser is a very convenient form of apparatus for heating a quantity of water in a short time. Now, this is Google using the sentence. Bessie lined up two likely abductions, and she was anxious to get started. Quinn had already performed his part, setting his apparatus approximately for a rural Iowa location, where a 12-year-old boy had gone missing. Now, 12 has meaning. I used to think the 12-year-old boy, I don't know why I used to think Yahshua and him being 12 had to do with something, but don't listen to me. I just know this 12 got something to do with it. Where a 12-year-old boy had gone missing. What is the plural for apparatus or ES? Now, say no more. That's what this apparatus is. This apparatus is something else on this power plant. Now, I just did this just to see what ES was. Just type ES. Is a phrase. This is ES. ES. I don't know. Define ES. Forming of nouns ending in sibilant sounds. Forming plurals of certain nouns ending in O. So I define us. Used by speaker to refer to himself or herself and one or more other people as the object of a verb or proposition or preposition. I don't know what I was doing with that. I guess I seen something. So, now that was the power plant. Now this power plant, it distributes whatever all this energy it is. All this energy around here that we get, this power plant distributes this. And it distributes it through a complex system. And it uses electricity. Yahshua vine. He is the vine. Those vines represent power lines. And Yahshua, that transformer, is physical. That came here for us to see. AC, alternating current. New Testament. Alternating, communicating, communication. What is alternating current? This is the flow of alternating current. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is why you able to pull away from that shock. And if that ain't symbolically got something to do with Yahshua, then I don't know what. Alternating current is a type of electrical current in which the direction of the flow of electrons switches back and forth at regular intervals or cycles. Current flowing in power lines and normal household electricity that comes from a wall outlet is AC. An electric current that reverses its direction many times a second at regular intervals, typically used in power supplies. There's a lot of power and supplying up in here, you know. Alternating, this is what alternating is. Alternating of two or more things occurring in turn repeatedly. Hey, I did that for somebody. What is mean? They had this wrote like that. What is mean by alternating? Verb, used without object. Alternating, to interchange repeatedly and regularly with one another in time or place. Rotate, usually followed by with. I'm not the smartest person. I don't know what the heck they were saying. You know what I'm saying? In time or place, rotate, usually followed by with. With? That's weird. What is power lines? We're gonna go here now. Now, what is the power lines? Because from the power plant is those power lines. Straight from the power plant is these power lines. Power lines, an overhead, a structure used in electric power. Hold on, my hand's shaking. An overhead, a structure used in electric power transmission and distribution to transmit electrical energy across large distances. It consists of one or more uninsulated electrical cables suspended by towers or poles. Power lines, a cable carrying electrical power, especially one supported by pylons or poles. What is a pylon? I don't know. A tower used for carrying power lines high above the ground. A structure on the wing of an aircraft used for carrying an engine, weapon, fuel tank, or other load. It's used to carry an engine. That power plant is an engine. That power plant is an engine. Yahshua. And I'll go back and pause it so y'all can just stop and look at it. Yahshua, the word. What is this transformer? Now, it is over with. If y'all can get all of this, it's time out. No more arguing. It is over with. What is that transformer? It is a static electrical machine which transfers AC electrical power from one circuit to the other circuit. at the constant frequency, but the voltage level can be altered. That means voltages can be increased or decreased according to requirement. So that means you can bring down the voltage or bring it up. Yah came down. Yahshua came down and went back up. An apparatus. That's what this transformer is. Wait. The power plant got the same thing. Same similarities. It's almost the same damn thing. An apparatus for reducing or increasing the voltage of an alternating current. A person or thing that transforms something. Kemet, where you at? I don't know nothing about whoever you serve. Transformer. Look, transformers do not pass direct current and can be used to take the DC voltage, the constant voltage, out of a signal while keeping the part that changes the AC voltage. Now, what does that mean? That means this transformer, it does not use direct current, but in other words, it can take this direct current and distribute it. It just doesn't pass through. It can take all that energy, all that power, however much power that is, which is Yah. He can take all that almighty power and he can distribute it while he can keep that same signal while changing into a transformer, into a body. In the electrical grid, transformers are key to changing the voltages to reduce how much energy is lost in an electrical transmission. Now, I think that was it. It might not have been no help to you, but if it was, let me know. Yah is the Almighty. He was in the Old Testament and he was dealing directly with the Israelites. They wanted to do something else. They wanted to mess with something. They wanted their own king. So, okay. But before that, this power plant, it takes all this power and distributes it into buildings. Or you might as well say, he distributes all this power into a body. Us, his son, whoever he feel like, whatever he feel like he want to distribute it in, he distributes it. And then it goes through a complex system. That's something I don't know about. I'm not good with scripture. Maybe you can find these things. Well, I'm going to leave it right here so you can look at it. And look this up yourself. Maybe you can make better sense of it. Damn, it's snowing. So that power plants take all that energy and then distributes it. And it goes through power lines. Like a vine. Like that vine, like Yahshua. Those vines, those vines take all that energy from the power plant through those cables. And those cables are able to take all that energy and distribute it into that transformer. That transformer, without it, you can have no light in your house. Now I'm going to get to something, and I'm really wanting to get to this. And I hope y'all stayed to hear this. I really hope y'all stayed to hear this. Because I'm finna prove something to you right now. I'm finna prove to you even more. And it's gonna hurt some people's feelings. You should have got with us. Hold on. Okay, I know where it is. Oh, I can't find it. Where's that? But anyway, because I had the, no, I can't find it. But I'm going to just say it because I remember it. I just don't know what part of Acts is in. Now, you show me in my line. All that energy comes from that power plant, goes from that power plant to those cables to this transformer. This transformer is on a piece of wood. Somebody had and said that it wasn't a cross. It was like a pole, then it had like a sideways triangle. And that transformer is on a pole with a sideways triangle. It's another one somewhere around. And that transformer steps up and steps down all that power plant energy into 240. Into the house at 240. I may have said it wrong. From that transformer into your house at 240. Then it steps down to 120 so that your house can receive this light. Look in the book of Acts. How many was in the assembly when they received the Ruach HaKodesh? 120. Hold on. And is this electricity or light biased on what color the house it goes into? Nope. So that means everybody out here can receive this and can receive salvation no matter what nationality they is. And if you good with electricity, trades or whatever, you can get deeper. You can add scripture. You can even go into the house and start getting deeper. You got to clean out your house. See what I'm saying? All this is symbolically. From that power plant all the way down into our houses. And we have to clean up our house. So I just wanted to get that understanding out there. I might have not did a good job, but, you know, shalom.